traders, welcome out to your currency recap. It is January 29th. Corey here with you. Let's get started. We always take a look at the markets and what meaningful news is out there. There's a couple of things with the Fed meeting coming up on Wednesday that we'll discuss. We'll look at rotation of capital, where it's going, where it's fleeing from, and then finally highlight our very best Forex and cryptocurrency trade ideas.
Disclaimer. This video was created for professional Forex and crypto traders. Maverick Currencies is a proprietary trading firm that employs professional traders around the world. Our traders trade firm capital and keep 70 to 80% of profits they generate. All trades and analysis in this video are for professional traders only. If you are interested in becoming a professional Forex and currency trader for Maverick, click the apply button in the video description. Let's break down what happened today.
So as we look at the markets here, we're going to take a look at where rotations are going, and it's a little bit of a mixed picture, but certainly capital has been moving into stocks. Out of the bond market into stocks has transpired. We've seen, of course, bond prices fall and yields rise over the past year plus. So stocks are at new all-time highs. Now that might make you think, well, you need to sell stocks. Not necessarily. Usually when you go to new all-time highs, there's a good extended period, like a year or 2 years, where you go on a run. So you don't want to sell too early and get out. You want to play it a little bit more cautiously and maybe not do aggressive amounts of buying, but it's not necessarily a sell signal. Usually with new all-time highs, you get new all-time highs that follow, and then more and more as prices expand to the upside. Senator Elizabeth Warren is pushing the Fed Chair Powell to cut rates, saying that housing affordability and these costs are too high. And then bond yields fell, oil prices fell, but gold moved higher today. Now, as we look at currencies, a bit of a rotation today out of the euro and into the Kiwi. If we look at that from the standpoint of, do we trust both of them? Do we trust one more than the other? The move down in the euro is more interesting to me. I'm going to focus on that later today as we pull up the charts. Crypto bounced back up 1.7, equities higher. As we said, oil moved down, but this is the first day in about the last 10 that oil prices have moved down. So oil's been on a nice run higher, down 1.5% today, but kind of a pause after a really nice run for the past while. As we look at crypto and dig below the surface, Litecoin clearly underperforming, up very minimally today, whereas Bitcoin and Ethereum were both up 2%. So a little bit of lag, a little bit of underperformance in the Litecoin cryptocurrency today. As we look at equities, like we've been saying for weeks, it is bullish. It remains bullish. Slope is upward. Price action above the moving averages overall. This is not a market that you want to short or do anything like that. As we look at the breakdown here, you can see the consolidation that happened up here against 4,800. The breakout to new all-time highs, and look, we've gone higher and higher and higher. And will there be a pullback or consolidation? Sure, but the likelihood that we move higher for the foreseeable future is still pretty strong. So we'll wait for the markets. I have to trust that I'll know it when I see it. When there's a big reversal, something that stands out and doesn't look quite right, we'll know it when we see it. But until then, we want to stay long and strong the equity markets. As we look at what's happening this week, on Tuesday we've got CPI out of Australia. On Wednesday, of course, we have the Fed meeting, and that is the big highlight for the week. On Thursday, you've got the Bank of England reporting, and then on Friday we've got non-farm payrolls, which of course the Fed watches closely because they have two mandates: to keep price stability and full employment. They're willing to sacrifice some employment to get that inflation in check, and the inflation numbers have been coming down. So again, two central bank meetings. If you're trading the British pound or you're trading the US dollar, be aware FOMC US dollar related pairs will be moving sharply on Wednesday midday and Thursday The British pound will be moving. So as we look at things and as we're skating to where the puck is going, the velocity breakdown is something like this. We've got CAD and Swiss franc more on the strong side. And again, we've talked about how oil prices have been strong lately. A lot of things pile up in the center. I think the area of more interest to me is shorting the euro against other pairs. And that's the chart I want to take a closer look at today. So in terms of possible trades, euro is going to be my focus. And this is called a bow tie pattern, where basically it's a little shakeout move. See how we were in a downward trend? You come back up and you kind of move above the moving averages, but now we're breaking back below. And this moving average dynamic sort of looks like a little bow tie or something like that. Basically, these moving averages, I think, are going to kiss a little bit, but head and slope back down. I believe that the euro is very likely to trade back to these lows and then some. So I would anticipate new lows are coming in the weeks ahead. That means for me, I'm looking at the euro as a short, and I'm looking to short it against other things that are strong. And I have a lot of potential trades. Of course, we could short it against the US dollar, against the CAD, against a variety of different things. I'm going to try and pick my spots. CAD is interesting because of the recent oil bottom and move higher. US dollar could be interesting around the Fed meeting, but euro on the short side, I think, makes the most sense in terms of the charts. This looks like we've corrected, and now we're ready to resume that downward trend. So in conclusion, the big event this week is the Fed meeting, and we are going to be trading it live on Wednesday. So for all of our currency traders, tune in, jump into that class. We will have a great time there. Other classes, of course, will continue to send out these currency recaps and keep you abreast of what's moving in the markets. Have a great rest of your day and a great week ahead. We'll see you next time.